Ah, the relief. The relief. But it was never in doubt as Forest went to Midtjylland and won 2-1 on the night and then made it 3-0. Clean sweep on penalties. Welcome to the player ratings. Hi guys, have you managed to catch your breath? And welcome to Midtjylland 1, Forest 2. 2-2 on aggregate and 3-0 on penalties. And I told you so, Forest will do it the hard way. As do we in the chat, man. I've aged. Like, I started the day at 24. I feel at least 26 right now. Make sure, if you're relieved, I am so ecstatically happy, chat. I can't tell you how happy I am. It has been donkey's years, man. Like, we gotta go back to when we played Bayern. Bayern, man. I was like 2. Okay, I was a little more than 2. But we're through. Big up to Marcus for the 27 months. And make sure you've liked, make sure you've subscribed, make sure you check out today's sponsors, OK Jerseys, where you can get your football shirts and sporting shirts for 15 quid. You can get a Europa League badge. You can get custom names on the back. You can pick the number you want. I always go number 8. 8 is my number. And on top of that, if you use code FFTV, you get a further 8% off. Scan the QR code or click on the link. Big up to my guy Jace. Happy 2-year anniversary and Eid Mubarak to everyone. It's like Forest have been fasting for the last month, chat. It's like Forest have been fasting. I think this whole club is Muslim right now. And Eid breaks and Forest perform. And I'll tell you something else, chat. The B team is the A team. The B team is the A team. I'm telling you that B team absolutely cooked tonight. Bakwa, incredible. Dan and Doy, very good. McAtee, fantastic. I thought McAtee was brilliant. Luca was crap. Let's not beat around the bush. Big up Jace, 2-year anniversary to you as well. And big up Alex, 22 months as well. Now, we were so comfortable, and I said when Forest went in at half-time, I just felt like half-time came at the wrong time. It really did. But we came out, Yates scored an absolute worldie, chat. Where did that come from? That absolute worldie from Yates. It was ridiculously good. And then you just think to yourself, you got your foot on their throat. Go and fully nail them, man. End the game. End the stream, Dave. Get it done and dusted. I thought the subs were horrific. Not because the players that came on and off. It just changed the momentum of the game and we allowed them back into it. And that for me is on Pereira and Pereira solely. If we're being legit here, chat, we should have won that in normal time. There's no two ways about it. And then we gave him a sloppy goal. I think it was a Morato mistake. I mean, he's got to do one a game, right? And then it just, Forest do what Forest do. Drag it out till full time. The penalties were brilliant. Nico Williams, this was fantastic. And big up Jean-Claude Darchfeld, slipping and skying it through the air, rolling back the years. When was he at Forest? Like 1999. He must be like 1,000 years old now. Does OK Jerseys work with for Americans? Yes, it does, mate. Yes, it does. So I'm assuming you're a Gooner. You can get your Arsenal stuff there. Use code FFTV, bro. But look, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We're through. That's the main thing. It will be, for those of you wondering, it will either be Porto or it will be Stuttgart. Now, as things stand right now, to give you a live score update, it's 3-1 on the tie to Porto. Now, remember, we've already been beaten Porto 2-0 in the group stages. That means nothing now in the knockouts, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. Sangare's penalty was sublime, yeah. That was sublime. But I've just got to say, I just want to start with Ryan Yates, right? I thought Ryan Yates was a proper captain today. I thought his performance was sensational. I thought he kind of galvanized that team together, especially the B team squad. was absolutely brilliant today. For me, he's an early contender for man of the match. Okay, he could have scored another goal or two. He did score an offside goal. But what a performance by Ryan Yates. For me, I was really impressed with him. Really was. And I'm not a massive Ryan Yates fan when it comes to football, but I thought he was sensational today. Excuse me. Let's get into the player ratings. You know what, chat? We really deserve this. So we're doing the old school player ratings, yeah. So on the forms and stuff, the way you guys are used to it. So make sure you get your player ratings in. The links there for you guys. There's a lot because there's a lot of subs, but I want us to enjoy it. That's what I want us to do. Just really enjoy this player ratings because, god damn it, we deserve it. We do. Massive shout out to Robert. He's with the $10. He goes, Midtjylland spent all that time perfecting set pieces but forgot to do the same with penalties. Facts. Big up to the beautiful Andrew Sharpie with the 43 months, my guy. And big up to Pear as well with the super chat. He says, if we are going down, I go down with Vitor. We're not going down. We're not going down. We needed that. We needed that. So make sure you've liked, make sure you subscribe. I got no idea how many we got in here, man. Like nearly 1,000 in here. Get those likes up. Let's jump into the player ratings and let's enjoy this, man. I'm telling you, Ortega is a fantastic goalkeeper. No worries, Gunnar. He's a fantastic goalkeeper, champ. I like his distribution. I thought he was very calm. His feet are quick. Good saver of the ball. I don't think he could have done anything with their goal. I really don't. I just feel he's more mobile than Sells. I do. And I'll be honest with you. I said to you at the start of the stream, when I saw that he was in goal, I felt a little bit confident. I did feel a little bit confident. And I'm giving him, what am I giving him? I'm giving him a solid 8.5 out of 10. I thought he was very good today. He didn't even need to be in the goal to save the penalties. By the way, the post gets a 10 out of 10 for me. That post made some great saves in that penalty shootout, you know. Great saves in that penalty shootout. So I'm giving him an 8.5. I thought it was brilliant. The post will get a 10. Let's see what you guys did. Oh, you gave him an 8. You gave him an 8. Are you doing a Spurs versus Forest preview stream with Sava, Wolfie? We are trying to organise it. We are trying to organise it. Me and Sava have been talking offline. I might try and do something tomorrow, but it's Eid tomorrow, so things are tight on time. Oh, there's my guy, Sharky, bro. Do you know? By the way, do you guys know how nice Sharky is, man? I mean, he's been here since day dot, and I love him. I love him. He's just a genuine guy. And he goes on some crazy trips with his mates, man. I've seen the pictures, man. Don't let that grey in the beard fool you. He's a naughty guy, man. He gets up to some, I'm just saying, when he lets his hair down, it's a night to remember. Big up to you with the £10. He says, treat yourself from a happy clapper. Much love, bro. Appreciate it. You absolute legend. And Dino as well with the £2. A win and 37k subscribers. Perfect night. Dean, thank you so much, and thank you all. We are over 37k. I'd love to get to 40k before the end of the season, but I'd love it even more if Forest win this Europa League and we damn well stay up. What a season. We could be a fantastic season. So thank you so much. Perfect night. 37k. Win for Forest. It's Eid as well. For those of you celebrating, it feels... We deserve this though, don't we, chat? We deserve this. The amount of pain and agony we've had this season. It's nice to have. It's just nice to have a bit of pressure release. You know what I'm saying? Let our hair down a little. Let our hair down a little. How much to put me as a sponsor, Wolfie, for my Facebook page? Bro, I'll shout it out for you, bro. I'll shout it out for you. Get it in the chat. So anyway, that's Ortega. Right, well, I need to speed up a little because there's a lot of players, right? There's a lot of players tonight. We got to get cracking with this. So, let's start with Zach Abbott. I think quietly, very quietly, Zach Abbott had an absolutely solid performance. I thought he played well. I thought he dealt with their wingers really well. I thought he had a near mistake-free game. At no point did I feel he was under that much threat. I actually thought he played very, very well. And he's one of those ones that, you know, Forest have been trying to break in. He's had a couple of iffy games overall. But I'll tell you what, it was a solid performance. It was a solid performance from him. I thought he played well. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he was really good tonight. Let's see what you guys did with old Zachary. You went 7.3, so about the same. A few hairy situations. I can't remember him, bro. I feel like that match went on for about 6 years. I can't remember. I thought in general he was very good. He was very good. So, good performance from young Zach Abbott. And then it was, for me, Milenkovic was an absolute rock. He was Serbinator tonight. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was pissed off when he came off. Big up to you, Mark. Hope you're well. I don't think he should have been subbed. I think that was one of the mistakes of the game to sub him. I think he had that defense on lockdown, and also we know he's good in the air. And we know Midtjylland's biggest threat is from crosses and dead balls. I thought it was stupid to take him off. If you were going to bring Murillo on, then you might as well take a Morato off and left Milenkovic on to kind of marshal that defense. He was outstanding today. Outstanding. And you saw, they scored after he comes off. To me, it made no sense whatsoever why he came off. But anyway, we'll talk about how we get to Pereira. I thought he was faultless tonight. I thought he was absolutely faultless. The game suited him. The style of team against him suited him. He was absolutely brilliant tonight. I'm giving him a 9 out of 10. I thought he was that good. Let's see what you guys did. An 8. Oof, that's harsh, man. I mean, even if you weren't monitoring Milenkovic's performance, just by how the shape of the game changed when he came off, should have told you what was going on there. And also, let's not forget, like, didn't he get an assist? Yeah, he got the assist, and then he got another assist for one that was offside or something, if I remember rightly. Just beat Spurs this weekend, please. I need that Dusty. Connor, you and me both, bro. You and me both. So I'm giving him a 9. I'm giving him a... Look, I know some of you in the chat are saying, yeah, we need to arrest him for Spurs and everything, right? I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. They have 3 weeks coming up where they can just freaking lounge around in a beach or whatever. Put the effort in for 90 more minutes, tired or not. Put it in and get us 3 points against Spurs and relegate Spurs. That's what needs to happen now. Suck it up, man. Man up. Anyway, that's for the previews coming up against Spurs. But yeah, Milenkovic, absolute rock solid. And then alongside him was, of course, Morato. Look, overall, Morato was okay. But he was at fault for the goal. And there was a chance where he got bullied off the ball very easily and they could have scored. Oh, don't say Dubai, Cujo. No, Dubai is banned. I think it's banned anyway, isn't it? But look, we can easily just go in on Morato and say he's crap and everything else, okay? He was fine defensively. The problem with Morato is the silly mistakes he makes. My biggest issue, in fact, isn't even his mistakes. I think he wanders too high up the pitch and then gets caught out. And when he gets caught out, it creates counter-attack chances. It happened twice tonight. I think they scored in the first leg, if I remember rightly, because of something like that. And I just think he didn't react quick enough when the ball kind of deflected off him for their goal. Big up to you, Wayne, with the 30 months. You absolute legend. By the way, if anyone wants to grab me a coffee, it's Eid. The link, I'll get it in the chat for you. Much love to all those who have grabbed the coffees this evening. I do appreciate it. Look, I'm not going to go too harsh on him because I'm going to give him a 6. And here's the other thing, right? I think we had to use him tonight. Because you can't just have Eminem. Let's be honest, and Jair Cunha would have played, but obviously he picked up an injury. So he had to do it, and I thought he was okay. It's just those silly little mistakes, but they come every single game. So I'm going to give him a 6. You guys, you went a 6.2. Okay, fair enough. Fair. It's only 9 o'clock. Guys, does it feel like about 1 a.m. to you lot? Like, seriously, it's freaking... What the hell? These early kickoffs, man. These early kickoffs. Okay, let's get into the wing backs. I'm going to start with Bakwa. Bakwa, for me, today was sensational. His corners are the best corners I've seen us take all season. I thought he actually looked good when he was taking players on. And he was involved in the build-up to the first goal. Obviously, the short corner and then the cross deep in towards the back post. I think he was absolutely sensational today. And I actually think he should be a shout-out for man of the match. Hey, Wolfie, Forest have done to me what they did to you. I'm lying in the hospital bed after the Fulham match, man. Pain started that night, Tuesday morning. Terence, man, sending love. Hope you're feeling better. I know that feeling, bro. I know that feeling. Can we get some hearts for Terence in the chat? Send some love to Terence, man. Like, they put me in hospital with a heart attack 1.5 years ago, Forrest did. But yeah, much love to you. I hope you recover well. Now, why were his corners good? Because the in-swinger, he avoids the first man, he avoids the keeper, he gets it towards the back post where we've got the taller men waiting, and that creates problems. Whereas you saw when Anderson took the corners, they were just going straight to the goalkeeper. The shape on backwards corners was brilliant. But look, he's more than just corners. He is severely lacking in confidence. Severely lacking in confidence. And as I said before the match, him, Ndoye, McAtee, and Luca needed to come out and think, if we don't play well tonight, this is our last game this season. And I think he did step up to the plate. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I thought he was really good. And I don't think he should have been subbed off. Now, he did pick up a little knock before he went off, so maybe I can say, okay, it was because of that. But I thought he had an outstanding game, so I'm giving him an 8 out of 10. You guys have gone a little lower. I mean, I know you lot have your backward agendas. With your 7.5, but okay, fair 7.5. And then the other winger, Ndoye. Now, I don't think Ndoye was as good as Bakwa, but I thought he did a very sensible job overall. I'm trying to remember, did he do much in the attack? I just think general his play was like a safe, solid kind of 6.5, 7 out of 10. I thought Bakwa's impact was better. But I don't think Ndoye had a bad game, nor do I think he kind of, was too influential in the game. Yeah, big up to you, Terence, man. Much love. And hopefully and big up to you, chat. Look at you, always ready to help out a fellow Red. So hopefully that's lifted your spirits alongside, obviously, this game. And I do agree with what Checkstar is saying here. Bakwa showed a lot of potential, did very well, and will only get better. So, maybe a late surge from Bakwa is exactly what we need. And big up to Yvonne with the 4 months. Shout out to you. So look, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. It wasn't like, wow, what a performance, but it was a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very adequate performance for me. Yeah, defensively, he was good, Laurie. He was good defensively. So let's see what you guys did. You went 6.7. That's a little low, I think. That's a little low. Okay, let's move forward. Dominguez and Yates. Yates for me nearly is a 10 out of 10. Just a couple of the shots a little off, but our second goal, his first one, what a finish. Where did that come from? On his weak foot. That finish was, I'm telling you, if Ronaldo or Messi hits that, it's all over. It's all over the social media. Oh, look at Messi and Ronaldo do it again, or a fucking Haaland, or whatever it is. That finish was sheer and utter class. If I take away the goal and I talk about his general performance, he was everywhere tonight. So let's just put the goal to one side because the goal's sensational. But I'm saying even if he doesn't score, I thought in general his performance was brilliant. He cut out the silly, pushy, shove, foully things and started to play football. And I've always said with him, I think he's a better player than people give him credit for. But I think he gets caught up in this hype of, oh, the Robbie Savage of Forest, if you like. And today he just played football. Did he not get booked, Marcus? Well, this is what I'm saying. Just play your football, and he looks good. So I was very impressed with his performance tonight, and I'm giving him a 9, but we needed someone just to almost, maybe inspire is too strong a word, but you know what I mean? He had to just push the team forward. And he set the tone nice and early, and we found that Forest were on the front foot tonight, pretty much from the off. And let's be real as well, it's hard to just come in and out of a team. He's not getting much game time in the league, and rightly so. I don't think he's, the most talented of our midfielders. So when he has to come on, what you will get with him is that dependability, that reliability, that he's going to come on, just get straight stuck into the game. Doesn't need to kind of build himself back with a couple of games or something like that. So for me, an outstanding performance from Ryan Yates, and obviously the finish. I mean, how much more can we say about it? Turns out he just realised he's left-footed. Well, you say that, he then missed another one of his left foot later on. And he also scored a header. So we know, he can score with his head, the old 50p piece, but he just has to be offside for it to happen. But brilliant game overall. Brilliant game. Big up Wolfie. This Nottingham Forest really sets up the game on Sunday. Like this game on Sunday needed any more build-up. You guys went 8.81 with Ryan Yates, so pretty close to what I scored him with. Guys, do me a quick favour. I hope you're enjoying the player ratings. It feels like ages since we're celebrating a win. However, with 1,000 of you in here, we are sitting on 217 likes. Let's get it to 500. And if you're watching later on, please do let me know your man of the match in the chat below. And we'll do your man of the matches at the end as well, guys. Okay, quick score update elsewhere. Real Betis have taken the 2-goal lead now against Panathinaikos. Bologna have taken the lead against Roma, and Aston Villa at halftime is still 0-0. Porto, the important one for us, they're still 1-0 up against Stuttgart, 3-1 up in the tie overall. And yeah, I said Betis are 2-0 up there. Okay, let's move on to Dominguez. You know what, chat? It feels like about 3 years ago that Dominguez looped that header into the back of the net. And understand what I'm saying here. That goal for me was more important than Ryan Yates' worldie. Because it just felt, it was starting to build up into this, here we go, here comes another Fulham game, here's another Wolves game, here's another Braga game. We're going to create chances, and they're not going to go in. And it needed that moment that someone just got the ball into the back of the net by hook or by crook. And it just felt that once that Dominguez goal went in, Forest kicked on into another gear there. And again, he works tirelessly in that midfield. He's one of those players that if you're not keeping an eye on him, you may come away from the game and think, Dominguez played? But when you watch how he plays, the energy, the way he closes the ball down, presses, the smart, simple passes, and everything else he does. And he's not very tall, and he got his head onto that ball and guided it nicely into the back of the net. I think he's a solid 8 out of 10. Good performance. I actually think Yates and Dominguez looks better than when we went Sangare, Anderson and Yates in this game. I'm not saying they're better players, just understand the context I'm putting behind this, right? But I just felt those two controlled the midfield better than when we made the changes. I didn't think Anderson was that great tonight, but those two just worked. It was what we needed for the game. I think Pereira made the right calls in midfield, and then the wrong. We'll talk about Pereira. But let's see what you guys went for Dominguez. You went about the same, 8.3. 8.3 for Dominguez. Good score from you guys. And then let's move on to Hutchinson. I thought Hutchinson today was very good. He was taking on his man. He was almost playing like a cam, and at times he was the striker. And I don't mind that. There's a bit of intertwining with the front three and what have you. I actually thought his performance was very good tonight, and he looked quite silky on the ball. I feel like Hutchinson just needs a goal, and he just kicks on again and moves. To me, it was the first time tonight for weeks that I've seen him play as he did when he first kind of broke onto the Forest scene and was making an impact and everything else. I would not have taken him off. I would have taken off Luka when the subs happened. I thought he was causing a real threat. He was making runs in behind. He was turning off the shoulder of the last defender and what have you. You know what I'm saying? So I thought he was good. You called it 2-1 or 1-0. Of course, Bob, this is Forest, man. I've seen this too many times. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he was brilliant. Big up, Jess. Where have you been hiding, man? She says, just give them all 10s. Jess is very emotional when she comes to her predictions. We win, everyone's a 10. We lose, everyone's a 0. Thank you for the £2, Jess. You absolute legend. So I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. You guys went 7.3. And then for me, one of the stars of the show is the one we're moving on to. And that is, I forgot his name now, McAtee. McAtee was brilliant. Again, I would not. Did he come off? I feel like he did. Let me just see what minute he came off in chat. Let's have a look. 75th minute he came off. Was it for Gibbs White? No, it wasn't. It was for Anderson. I didn't agree with that change. I thought he was very influential in the game. I thought he was pulling the strings. And if I'm comparing him to Gibbs White's performance, I thought he was the better player of the two today. Now, Pereira, as I mentioned many hours ago, he said in his post-match presser that McAtee is doing some things on the training ground that are just nasty. And he's just not got the confidence to do it on the pitch. I think we saw that tonight. And that's the second game now, I think, in the Europa League where we've seen McAtee really start to pull the strings. I hope his confidence grows off the back of that. He had a chance to score where he took a shot that got blocked, deflected and went for a corner. But outside of that, I thought his general link-up play was brilliant. I thought his passes were intelligent. And I'm still, like, I'd written him off a couple of weeks ago. The thing is, I don't want to write him off, but he's very frustrating. If he could just put that performance in, game out when he plays, he's just going to force himself into the team and he's going to look good. So I kind of want to give him an 8.5, if I'm being honest with you. I thought he was that influential tonight. Big up, Marcus. We are in those quarterfinals, bro. We are in those quarterfinals. It's crazy, isn't it? When we went out to Bayern, was that the last 16 or the quarterfinals back in the day, chat? That was quarters, wasn't it? If I remember back to being a kid. McAtee can be the brain of the team, no joke. His brain works faster than his feet right now. I actually agree with that, Amit. I agree with that. Subs ruined our momentum. Heath will come on to that in just a second. It was the quarterfinals, wasn't it? Yeah. Because was it the round before? Was it Lyon the round before? When... Was that the one where Paul McGregor, my guitar boy, the reason I started playing the guitar, scored the goal? I felt like he had great vision today, moved the ball very well. I do agree with that as well. Oh, it was Auxerre, wasn't it? Man, we played a lot of French teams that run, didn't we? McAtee has good games and you don't see him picked again for ages. That is the worry, but we are at the business end of the season. It's not going to be Braga or Porto. It's either Porto or Stuttgart. Okay, so I give him an 8. Let's see what you guys have gone. Actually, I gave him an 8.5, didn't I? You guys gave him an 8 on the nose. 8 on the nose. You can keep voting. It's a live vote, right? Let's move it forward. And that brings us to the final starter. Oh, God. You were 6, Wolfie, in 96. Yeah, maybe 5, bro. Maybe 5. Yeah, it was McGregor, wasn't it? I loved McGregor, man. He was number 20, if I remember rightly, McGregor. Anyway, bringing it back to 2026. Right, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to swear, but where's my button? He is fucking shit. Absolutely fucking shit. Like absolute dog shit. I don't see anything in this beanpole. I don't want to bring the mood down, but I have to call what I could see. He can't run. He can't run. Yeah, I know he scored an offside goal, but bro, what, he was so weak, he got pushed offside. He got pushed offside. He's utter fucking shit. I don't understand why Jesus didn't come on. I just, here's the thing. When Pereira made the changes, the only change that was needed wasn't bringing off Milenkovic, wasn't bringing off Bagwell. Maybe Bagwell was injured, right? It was just a simple change him for Jesus. That was it. And I think, sorry, S-man. I just think that would have been sufficient to see Forest over the line in 90 minutes. I don't really have anything positive to say on him. I thought his finish was okay. I know he was offside, but I'm giving him a 3, chat. I'm sorry. I'm giving him a 3. Yeah, we did beat Leon before it. Leon was McGregor's one, wasn't it? Do we have any strikers to play? But I'll tell you right now, I'd have put Yates up front ahead of Luca. I'll put Einar up front ahead of Luca. I'm giving him a 3. Look, I don't want to dwell on it because I'm in a good mood, right? You guys have gone 4.8 for him. So, look, we know he's crap. We know he's crap, right? But let's just kind of move on from it. Murillo came on. Let's get back to the subs. I kind of preferred it when Milenkovic was on, if I'm being honest with you. I don't like Murillo and Morato as a pairing. I just think they make each other worse. I didn't think he was outstanding tonight, I'll be honest with you. I thought Milenkovic was the better of all the defenders we had on there. Villa are 1-0 up, are they? We'll see him in the semis. I'll give him a 6. I'll give him a 6. Again, it's a sub I didn't understand. I don't think we needed it. I think Milenkovic was doing fine, so I'll give him a 6 out of 10. You guys have gone 6.9 out of 10. Oops. And then Nico Williams. Come on, chat. Do me a favor, man. Still just under 1,000 in here, and we're sitting on 338 likes. Can we get that to 500, please? Can we get that to 500? I've got to say, I didn't think Nico Williams had the best of games. I just thought in possession he wasn't amazing, but his penalty was really good. And he put that penalty away. We needed that penalty. It's just the changes in general changed the style of our play, which obviously he was a part of. I'll give him like a 6.5, 7. I just don't. I almost feel like he needed to be rested the whole game. Maybe not even flown out. I don't think there was any massive need to change Ndoye for Nico Williams. I thought Ndoye was doing enough to hold up. So big up to him for scoring that penalty. I love him, but I just need him fresh for Spurs. That's the important thing. You guys gave him a 7. I think a 7's a little high, if I'm being honest with you. Gibbs White. I thought McAtee was better than Gibbs White, and I thought Gibbs White's shot was embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing when he went into the box and then shot with his left foot and then passed it back to the goalkeeper. His penalty was okay. Keeper nearly got a hand to it. That did worry me a bit. I just don't think he controlled the game too much for me. I'll be honest with you, I didn't notice him too much. Neither in the negative or the positive sense. So I'll give him a 6 as well. Look, maybe I'm being a bit biased because I thought the team looked very balanced before the changes. And he was part of that initial change, wasn't he, on the 61st minute? But I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. And let's see what you guys went. You guys went a 6.7. Sorry about my sniffing. I'm not doing a Sean Dyche impression. I'm still just coming over this flu. Next is Ola Aina. Look, Ola Aina for me looks really good in the attack. And I'm still worried about him a little. Where is he? Ola Aina. I was worried about him a little defensively as of late. But attacking wise, he was good. I mean, he put the ball through to Luka, who was offside. And he had a chance to score himself. In general, I thought he was probably the better of the subs. Who else was there? Elliot Anderson, Senga. Yeah, I would say out of all the subs, Ola Aina for me looked the best and probably had the most influence on the game in terms of changing it. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. And you guys went 7.2, so not a million miles off on that one. The one that I thought didn't look that hot, chat, was, I hate to say it, Elliot Anderson. I thought he was a little weak on the ball at times and overheld it a lot and ended up in a couple of like not wrestling matches, but jousting battles for the ball, and a couple of those he didn't come off on top on. It wasn't quite the Elliot Anderson performance that we're used to. I don't think it was his best game, but again, it's just that he came on when the momentum wasn't really with us. So I don't think he was that good tonight for his usual standards. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. You guys have gone 6.5. I don't think he was a 6.5. I don't think he was that good. And then he got himself booked as well, didn't he? So he's going to miss the next game against Porto, which is a real shame. So I've gone a 6. How's he missing it already when he's just come off a suspension? But anyway. And then Sangare for me, I thought Sangare was a little bit slow to get to some of the balls, especially in that right hand channel. Descent is silly. I don't like it when players get booked. Pratt Anderson, not Wolfie. Fairs. How are you, Chuck? I hope you're well, bud. I don't think Sangare was brilliant, but, you know, he's just been fasting. We're going to see a good Sangare against Spurs. I promise you that. All right, Alistair, we're nearly done. My bad, Alistair, my bad. How long have we been going live? Let's get those likes up, chat. Let's get those. I said we're going to enjoy this stream. We've been live, what, 34 minutes now. We'll wrap up in another 5 or so. We'll have a Grumpy Old Reds tomorrow night as well. Look, he was okay. He did what he needed to do. There was just a couple of times where I felt he was too slow into the challenge and too unaware of the situation that was going on. So he's a 6 for me. He's a 6. I don't think we've seen Sangare of the Sangare before the AFCON since he's been back, if I'm being honest with you. And you guys know he's my guy. He's my guy. But I'm just being objective about it. So I'll give him a 6. You guys gave him a 6.9. Please do hit the like button. Please do subscribe as well if you are new. And then, is that all the subs? Was there any more? That was it. So let's talk about the manager. So let's talk. This is going to be an interesting one. And I'll be interested to know how you guys scored him. I understand the team sheet. I understand why he picked the players he did. And you know what? Fair play to him. The players he picked worked. And they worked brilliantly. I thought up until the 61st minute, Forest was just going to run away with this game. I would not have made the subs when he did. So his choice of team and his choice of tactics, I almost am judging him in 2/3 versus a third. Or you could say 2/3 because another 30 minutes was there. From 0 to 61, he was a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. The team selection was working. That team looked like they've been playing football together all season. The substitutions really hampered the flow of the game, and they really put the momentum back in there. And tactically, Forest started to sit off. Whereas if you look at before the 61st minute, we were right up against Midtjylland, holding them back in their own half, winning the ball up high. And then we started with those subs. It was, I think, here's the thing with me. When the subs came on, I feel that the players mentally were like, okay, that's a signal for us to take it easy a bit and try and defend what we've got. Whereas just before the subs, I thought Forest was just going to push on, get that third goal, kill the game off, win it in 90, go home. Everyone's, you know, high-fiving each other and everything. So the subs, and I'm not necessarily saying the personnel that came on was wrong. I think some of the personnel that came off was wrong. Milenkovic should not have come off. Bakwa maybe because of his injury. Ndoye was okay. I don't think we gained anything by making those substitutions, if that makes sense, right? So But then the penalties, clean. Obviously, he picked the order of the penalties. I'm still going to give him an 8 out of 10. I'm still going to give him an 8 out of 10 because this is a huge night for us. I've said this on many videos. Okay, I've waited over 30 years to see our team back in European football, and I am not ready just to bin it off to survive in the Premier League. I am still saying you can do both. It's not one or the other. Do both. Do both. I've said it many times. If I've got 2 projects at work that I have to work on, I don't say, oh, I'm just going to put this project to one side and focus on this project and bin that one off. No, I have to allocate my time correctly. I have to make sure that this project is complete and that project is complete. He's got 2 projects to complete this season. Keep us in the Premier League. Go win this Europa League. Do them together. They're not mutually exclusive. Yes, Jeff. Make that maths work out. Make that maths work out. Innit? I'm giving him an 8, and I know it's generous, but it's more about what this means and how long it's been. For me, for you guys, maybe some of you are, or all of you are older than me because I'm only 24, right? But it means a lot, this game. It really does. I'm getting choked up a little bit. You guys went 7.2 for him. 7.2. I understand that I would say your score is more correct than mine. But this is exactly it, Amit, man. Like, this got ripped from us last season. I want us back in that champion. I want to hear that theme tune. I will cry when I hear that theme tune, man. Chaka, man. Stop doing your down under maths, man. Stop doing your down under maths. So I'm agreeing with you. He's a 7, but I'm giving him an 8 for those reasons. I hope it makes sense, right? Okay. Let's do man of the match. There's a lot of contenders. Let's knock up a quick poll for you guys. Who do you guys want on man of the match? While I'm doing this, please make sure you've hit the like button. I'm going to say there's quite a lot of candidates. Wolfie looks 40, bro. That's almost a blockable offense. So obviously you guys want Luka on man of the match list, right? I'm going to say McAtee, Yates, Milenkovic, and I'm going to give you guys... Who else do you want? Bakwa? I'm going to put Bakwa on. I'm just going to chuck a little curveball out there and see if any of you bite, right? So get your votes in. While you're doing that, double check you've subscribed as well. Double check you've hit the like button. And let's see who you go with your man of the match. And don't forget to check out the sponsors of the stream tonight. OK Jerseys. You can get your shirts for £15. And don't forget to use code FFTV. A lot of you are saying you forgot on checkout. FFTV gets you a further 8% off. You can scan this QR code or click on the link. The penalty takers were subs, Wolfie. Okay, but I'm talking in the game, man. Why is Dominguez not there? Because I've only got 4 slots, Laurie. All right, stop being so freaking Laurie-like. Okay, so your man of the match, chat. I'll give you 10 more seconds. Your man of the match tonight with 61% of the vote has gone to Ryan Yates. And I agree with that. For me, it's between all 4 of those, if I'm being honest. I thought all 4 of them were really, really good. So I'm saying Ryan Yates was my man of the match tonight. Would I agree if you order them McAtee, then Bakwa, then Milenkovic? I'd probably flip Milenkovic and Bakwa around. That would be my top 4, I think. And then Dominguez would be in there somewhere as well. But it's been a hell of an evening, chat. Can we just have a round of applause for all of you guys? Firstly, big up to you for getting us to 37,000. And more importantly, this is our night. And when I say our, I mean mine, I mean yours, I mean every red out there. Okay? Like, let's have some round of applause emojis in the chat for a great performance, as always, by you guys in the chat. You guys are always sensational, and you never, ever, ever let us down with your performance. So thank you so much. If you are celebrating Ramadan, Eid Mubarak to each and every one of you. You can enjoy the rest of the evening But come tomorrow, it's business time, chat. We will do a Grumpy Old Reds, and we will start to look at this game. Brother versus brother. Forest versus Spurs. Or should I say Spurs versus Forest. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. So, I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm going to send you over. Judge Mo is live. So, put in FFTV raid in the chat. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy your night and keep smiling. Thank you guys so much. Forest are through to the quarterfinals.